Okie dokie. Courtroom number 3. Let's do this. Hello, you. Oh, hey, Kay. Kay, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello, mister. I'm still investigating.
But the object you're looking for is already... But, hold it. Oh, sorry, that's...
Kay, don't mind him. Please continue with your investigation.
Okay, you got it.
Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you were looking for?
If it means I can keep her in the dark just a little longer, any little task will do.
Oh, you're more sympathetic than I thought. Look at you, you're much into being soft daddy man. Look at you.
Huh.
Why are we going on the prosecutor and defense's bench? Are we doing a thing? Are we doing like a mock trial? Bad, do you want to be the judge?
I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth.
Hi. I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest.
The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest.
I swear.
Wasn't that when we placed Detective Gunju under arrest?
Stop laughing at me!
I think we've more than solved this case, right? Don't you?
We'll see. It all depends on whether or not your logic holds.
Oh, I see we've even had a viewer in the gallery. And why even Mr. Bad is here.
A viewer in the gallery? I'm hardly just a bystander!
I have a duty to see this case through to the end. No matter how it turns out.
Oh, is that right? Anyways, I thought I might like to hear what I've slaved away to find out. I've taken statements on every single person's movements. During the time when our suspect was in the hallway. I also confirmed that there is no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must have, without a doubt, be Detective Gumshoe.
And that's all you have?
Yeah. There's all there is to my conclusion, and this case.
Sorry, but I beg to differ. In a trial, there is always time for a rebuttal, and we are standing in a court of law. It'd be more than appropriate to follow the rules of the court in this case, don't you think? Come on, let's do a mock trial. Why not? We're on the defense's bench. We're on the courtroom. Might as well.
Oh, absolutely like a rookie if you think such a thing.
No, if it's a stupid idea, you can just say it. You don't have to hurt my feelings.
But alright, I'll play along and give you a proper testimony.
My logic is correct, then I've already won. All I have to do now is to prove it by showing who the real killer is. Bring it on, Miss Laughs a Lot. Misuse.
Is it gonna end up being her?
I mean, maybe.
There's really no one that else I can think of.
Sans?
Don't.
Sans?
Everyone sans the suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have been all way to investigate, right? I also confirmed that there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2. Which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion. Detective Gumshoe is the killer. Phew. Now that you have your testimony, I expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth.
But of course. There's no need to confront her logic head on right now. I should instead focus on drawing out any trump card she has up her sleeve. Game of poker. I need her to think she's won, and then at that moment, I'll be like, guess what, bitch? You haven't! You're a whore, a harridan, and all the bad words for women that would not get me cancelled, which would be not a lot of them. I'm gonna press this. Hold it! Is that a reference to Undertale? I mean,
Hey, kid, you want to put a wiener in your mouth?
What? Anyway.
It's a dumb video. It's a dumb video.
The suspect. But I thought that Detective Gumshoe's alibi has already been proven.
Are you joking, Edgeworth?
No. I'd assure you this is no joke.
Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier. The detective was in the hallway with Mr. Faraday's daughter eating a Swiss roll.
Yes, that is correct.
But, you see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? And the problem is there's no one else who can collaborate what he did since the snacking.
I see she's done her research well, which means I should focus on drawing out whatever trump card she's withholding. Donald Trump cards. The trading cards for all the presidents. I have Ronald Reagan. Hold it! Huh? What's that?
Why did she laugh all the time?
I don't know. I think this is her character trait. She's a laughter. She's a jokester. She's a...
Your
She's
evidence
snickers.
have trickled down into my evidence.
Well, I suppose... No, it's not the time. It's not the time, not the place. Whether they have been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide.
The scrunch eyebrows, the lines on your forehead are back.
Stop that. It's my
Anyways,
face.
even if you believe it, it has not been exhaustive. The crime scene, lobby number 2, has no way out other than the hallway Detective Gumshoe is staying in. And because he claimed to be there, that makes him the only possible suspect.
But isn't it also possible that someone escaped through a window and into the... Why am I saying this? I know there's bars there. Okay, I'll just humor you. But isn't it also possible that someone escaped through the window and into the garden? Ooh.
Yeah, Edgeworth is trying to draw out information here.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just a dumb little bitch. What could possibly be stopping that?
That's the first place everyone looks silly. The police aren't a bunch of lazy bums. They look into every possibility.
Objection. That's a clear contradiction.
Objection.
With how the police...
They are, but that's irrelevant.
Isn't that right, Mr. Bad?
Yeah. There wasn't a scrap of evidence to suggest someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden.
I suppose they really did check everything that could be relevant to the case. Okay. Number 2. Hold it! Are you absolutely positive that there are no possible routes of escape?
Of course. I'm sure.
Ooh, why are you so certain?
This is a courthouse. The place where criminals are brought to be judged. If there was an escape route, I'm sure every criminal would be using it to escape.
That's a logical fallacy.
It's just common sense!
Miles Edgeworth! I said you use a bit more of it in the future! Don't. God damn it! Ah! Alright. I hate women. I hate women. They're the worst. They're the absolute worst. Every woman in my life
Except
hurts
for your
me.
daughter.
They hurt me, they laugh at me, they mock me, and then there's this one attorney, I'm not going to say her name, but she made fun of me. I'm not, and I'm not going to point fingers or anything, but she might be standing right across from me. All right, anyway, hold it, grab it with your fingers and hold it. You may think
Give
it's
it the old dick twist.
You may think it's unshakable, but to me there are still too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand?
But you're the only one who's still wondering that. Deca Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used while writing with it. If you know someone, it doesn't mean you'll know which hand they'll write with, right?
Which hand do I write with, guys?
I certainly don't care about that sort of thing.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say you're ambidextrous. I'm gonna go for the Hail Mary pass of hand holding.
I sort of.
You're a lefty.
Yes, I am a lefty. I learned how to be ambidextrous. I'm left-handed.
Always trust your guts, kids. They're your best friend.
My sister's a lefty.
Love your tummies. They do everything for you. They just digest your food and they give you aches sometimes, but you can forgive them. I'm not about to let her get a rise out of me with that such a flippancy. I'm gonna let a fucking woman get the better of me, I'll tell you that much. I suppose we really reached the end now. I already have my trump card ready. All that remains is to play it. But before I do, I think I should inquire into a little something about her argument. You said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect. However, I don't recall either Francisca or myself speaking with you about the subject.
But there were witnesses for you, and there is your mentor who gave you an alibi.
Oh, yeah, I see. Thanks, Manfred. You're welcome.
As for Missy, she came to the courthouse during the recess and stopped by a security guard at the door of the hallway. She gave him quite a whipping for that, or so I heard.
How surprising. I am the daughter of Manfred von Karma, and I will not be forcibly stopped by a guard or a bailiff or anyone else. One of these days,
I really want to know who Francisca's mother is.
One of these days, you're going to get arrested, and I'm not going to help you. Manfred's not going to help you. Manfred's not going to help you.
That would be such an interesting case.
What,
Francisca gets arrested. Francisca gets arrested.
Getting the false accused stick out of the Ace Attorney cast. Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, she's not even being accused of murder. She's being accused of tax evasion.
Yeah. Assault with the whip.
Assault.
Basically, the one reason Francisca bothered to show up today was because she found out that I was to be the replacement. Wow! You're such a little petty bitch, Francisca. Ooh. Miles Edgeworth is the one that got it, not me. Ooh, do. Ooh, Daddy doesn't love me. Oh, by the way, Miss Yu, what about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe is assigned to guard duty?
What about them?
Have you looked into what people were doing during that span of time?
What kind of idiot do you take me for?
A big one.
It doesn't matter when the killer went into lobby number 2.
Yes, it does.
From the time we heard the gunshot to the time Mr. Bad and I arrived at the scene, we dashed from lobby number 1. The only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe.
Yes. Let's talk about when you and Detective Bad heard the gunshot, shall we? I suppose that if we go by your logic, then Detective Gumshoe is the only one. However, what if the crime had occurred at an entirely different time than when that gunshot you heard went off. What then? A gunshot was a trap meant to manipulate our perception of when the crime took...
Objection! Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Edgeworth.
Let me finish. She didn't let me finish. She's not! The bitch didn't let me finish! Anyway, that dialogue you read.
Oh, I thought it was... Okay, sorry. The gunshot we heard in lobby number 1. Care to explain how that could have been fabricated?
Oh, I will. Harridan, take that!
That tape.
Yes. It's exactly what you think it is. This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell the prosecution presented at today's trial. This was found loaded into the video player in lobby number 2. That was connected to the large television that had its volume turned all the way up.
You can't honestly mean that the sound we heard was the gunshot in the video.
But I do! Which leads me to my next point. The murders occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshot!
Sean.
Oh, sorry. That's the only thing I can think of, too.
After committing the double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag, turned the television's volume all the way up, and left the video to play. If played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come on. And since we now know that this method of time manipulation is possible, it opens up the possibility that the killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe!
Objection! Sounds from a television doesn't amount to much here. And of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and Little Miss Von Karma already know that much from the very beginning, right?
What? Of course we knew! Didn't we, Miles? Yes, of course. We know about the soundproof quality of this courtroom. We knew that all along. No one told us after the fact. We knew that from the very beginning. Yes. Of course, I'm not about to admit we had no idea until only a little while ago. We're not going to let her know that. That'd be foolish.
That's right. If the rooms are soundproof, then we should not have been able to hear it, unless the window was open. Mm-hmm. And yet we heard the gunshot clear as day. And that's it. End of story.
Oh, but it's not. Can I explain why she was able to get a gunshot from a soundproof room? It's the fucking window. Because you stink. Because you smell. Because you're a woman. And you use perfume. There is actually one common point between lobby number 1 and lobby number 2. And it is that despite the fact that both rooms have air conditioners installed, a window was open in each. Now, we know that the window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in lobby number 1 was also open.
Objection! It's probably just a coincidence that they were open both at the same time.
Objection! It was no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why was the window open in lobby number 1? The answer to that is a certain person did something to cause the window to be opened. And the person who triggered that action, that person is the real guilty party! The real killer in this double murder is... It's fucking you! You! Callisto, you! Take that! Miss Callisto, you! I hereby formally indict you of the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell! What?!
You indicate me?
Oh shit, the fucking lipstick! Are you serious, Miles? Why do you think she's the killer? I don't understand her motive just yet. But of course I'm serious. Because she is the only one who could have done it. Well,
I
Miss
just spilled nerds all over the fucking...
No, not the nerds!
Oh,
Well, Miss You, do you still feel like laughing now? Go ahead, have a little laugh. Have a ho-ho hee-hee hardy hoo-hoo-ha. Come on.
of course I do, Edgeworth.
Limbs are not tighty enough yet.
Although I never thought things would spiral into this. But I'll have you know, I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. I guess this means it's time for my own rebuttal now, right?
Bring it on. And I'll even know if I was dancing, it'd be with a man.
You agree that a window was open. However, do you have proof that it was I who did that? Furthermore, you don't have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime. Frankly, I'm shocked that you are going around accusing people of murder like this. Especially with logic as full of holes as yours.
This is where it really starts. I mustn't let my guard down for even a second, or the truth will blow away. Now is the time to put the patented Von Karma perfect proof to the test. Can't believe I'm doing this for Manfred's sake, but god damn it, this is a weird day. Okay, I mean, I definitely have proof of this, but I'm gonna press anyway. Hold it! Evidence? All I need to do is have some prints analyzed and we know straight away.
Be my guest.
She sounds as though she has the room to maneuver, which means even if we were able to lift prints, they'd only show that it was someone else. What? Why that someone else was forced to open the window? That's simple logic. Why don't I try presenting that piece of evidence? I have nothing to lose.
What's wrong? The scrunch eyebrow lines on your forehead, they're all back! More importantly, are you going to be okay not running a fingerprint analysis?
Shut up, you're not my mom. Yeah, I'll be fine.
Oh, well in that case, I'll continue with my testimony, alright?
Yeah, I think that's definitely what they want me to do here. Go back and present your stinky woman juice. Objection! I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss You?
Edgeworth, I never knew you were into wearing that kind of perfume. It's not exactly that I'd recommend for boys, you know.
What? What? No! This isn't mine!
Anybody can choose to smell like how they want to.
That's right, it's mine. Oh, wait, shit, I could have bullied Miles into us, was that? Damn it, Francisca. All right. And I received it from Detective Bad, you'll see. Miss, you can pretend all you like, but we know at least this much for sure. That this bottle of perfume was given to Detective Bad by you.
Because it's really strong, really fast.
Yeah, I noticed.
So, what about the perfume?
While you were in lobby number 1, you made a big show of spilling some of this perfume. That's according to Detective Bad. Right?
Oh, I know.
You also know that if you spilled it, he would naturally move to open a window because it smells wretched.
Objection! Come on now. I've already told you that that's all just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just let it open, you know? So maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window.
Objection! The timing of when you were going to spill the perfume is something you could control. And the most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the shot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at the time.
You mean...
Miss Yu, you were the one who called Detective Bad into lobby number 1. When you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway, is that correct? All of today's premeditated events could have only been thought of by you, Miss Yu!
You accuse me of murder on the fact that I spilled a little perfume. Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday.
Would you care to testify as to why?
Look, I've had a lot of fun today. Really. But I grew wary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony. And wrap this up absurd case once and for all.
Well, you got me there. You got me there. Love to end this episode of Tom and Jerry. Why, it couldn't be me! That's what you sound like. Go on.
Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top. But I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Von Karma. In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from.
Miles, her testimony is fucking flawless! Yes, but no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape me. If I'm lacking information, I'll just draw it out of her. Alright, first I'm gonna press the second statement just for the lulz, because that's a personal attack on her honor. Hold it! I formally request that you desist in your attack against my mentor. I don't know why I care a lot about him, but whatever. Yes! I will sue you for defamation! I like him!
All I'm doing is telling the truth. Well, maybe more like spreading gossip. Although your denials are, shall we say, just adding fuel to the fire.
How dare you say such a thing?
Calm down, little girl. Don't let her get to you.
Aww. Why do you have to ruin all my fun? Shall we continue?
Okay. Alright. That was funny. Cool. Great. Aha ho ho hee hee. Okay, this is the segment where we're probably gonna have to do shit. Hold it! At this rate, she will inevitably escape. But if she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, then she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yu. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag. Miles, what do you think you're doing? Huh, I'm drawing the truth out of her. That's what I'm doing.
Huh? But I don't recall a knife being present at the trial earlier today.
Oh! Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use.
So that's what you're trying to do? Look, why don't you cut it out with the lies? I've already figured you out. There's no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Only evidence he had yet to present was the key the Yatagarasu sent. And unless a key can magically turn into a knife, you really don't have a leg on us to stand on.
Oh, wow, no. That's definitely not something like that. No, no, she's got us there, guys. We're done for. We definitely don't have that.
Do you really think you could trap me? Come on now. Be honest.
Huh. I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. In any case, I wonder if you might append what you just said to your testimony. Just for the laughs, just for the ha-ha-hees. Come on.
Sure. Why not? I'll give you, say, as many times as you'd like.
Boom, bitch. Objection! Oh, Miss, you. I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. This is a picture of the key the Yatagarasu sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at first glance, it, in fact, has the secret ability to transform into a knife. Which means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yatagarasu's key and the murderous knife! You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not?
Yes.
Well, with the Yatagarasu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday! Do you understand now? Just knowing of the existence of the Yatagarasu's key.
Objection!
Stop doing your makeup. Stop it. Stop. Stop it.
I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away, you could be lying for all I know.
You would, even now, still feign ignorance?
I'm not feigning anything. But we can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence. Now can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma, I've heard some very interesting rumors about him.
Any of those rumors involve Zaxby's or Frank Sinatra? Are you mocking my papa? Don't you dare sully the good name of my man. I'm gonna pretend I care about him all of a sudden. Oh, heavens, Betsy, you cannot say bad things about him. No, no, no. Now take a good look. This piece of evidence is more than real. Press the button at the bottom. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Wow. Who knew that this was such a tricked thing like this thing?
Satisfied now, bitch? But of course you knew this from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Yatagarasu's key are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you, who isn't a member of law enforcement, and who would never have been privy to this trick, would have never known about it to begin with. Furthermore, this something that the Yatagarasu sent to the police. How did you know? How did you have knowledge as to what it was?
Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Just before he dragged Mr. Roloff, he told me. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. He also told me about the key turning into a knife like that at that time. But he didn't tell me about how the key actually transformed.
Objection! What are you saying is simply not possible.
Oh? And why not?
Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. But within these pages, he mentions nothing about a knife.
I'm not sure he would have written anything in his organizer, you know. Wouldn't something of importance be left to oral communication?
Objection! Unfortunately, that is also impossible. Because Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either! What would have been highly classified information, even within the police force, and is something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know, why would Mr. Faraday have feel the need to share such information with the opposition?
Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much of a reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh?
How can you laugh at a time like this? She probably just realized the flaw in her logic and is actually in a panic over it. But that's not something we need to concern ourselves with. I suppose you're right. Miss Yu, I'd like to state that I also know how you know the real nature of this knife.
Do you know? Well, don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me.
Oh, I will, and I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. This is it, the moment of truth, the secret behind the Yatagarasu's key. Only one person who would have knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know from the start that the Yatagarasu's key could change into a knife? The fucking Yatagarasu, I guess? Take that! There is only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key.
And that is?
And that is the person who sent the Yatagarasu's key to the police. Oh! That is to say, the Yatagarasu herself! Are you saying that this lawyer is the Great Thief Yatagarasu? Miss Yu, you used Mr. Reynolds to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You, who profess to bear a grudge against criminals. Why? Why do something like this?
Who would have thought that you, a stupid rookie prosecutor, have seen through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill, it's even greater than when I sneak into some place.
You killed Faraday? Why? Answer me, Callisto, you!
Callisto, you. Huh. That's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the Great Thief Yatagarasu. Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was the one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity. Which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. I made Rel an offer, and equitable for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being Yatagarasu in court. But once we entered the recess, Rel dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after them and then eavesdropped on them through a crack in the... That's where Rel caves to one only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held on to Rel any longer. Plus, if I had let them continue on the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I killed them both.
But didn't you say that you despised criminals?
But do I really? Sean.
You! Have you forgotten about the KG8 incident too?
Maybe.
What sort of woman would... So then, was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent?
Well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel wasn't the Yatagarasu by using this Yatagarasu key as evidence that he would bring it with him. Which is why I thought to use the knife portion. With a weapon as well disguised as this is, no one would be the wiser. Because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext since I had to talk with Mr. Faraday. In order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yatagarasu key just like that. He never noticed that I had changed the key into a knife inside the plastic bag. And he didn't have the chance to take a note of the knife that took his life.
How could you kill him?
I knew him for a long time, you know. At the very least, I thought he'd give him a quick and painless death.
But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rel as well.
I believe I mentioned why when we were placing Detective Gunshu under arrest. Something about having accidental created an eyewitness. And how that led to the killer thinking about setting them up as though they killed each other.
Then, the trick with the surveillance tape?
Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high, God. However, that's when I remembered the existence of a surveillance tape. Which is why I had Rel help set up the crime scene. And after all was said and done, I rewarded him for all his hard work with a bullet.
You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you? How could you betray a client?
Client. If you want to talk about who was a client and who's first, it was me.
What?
I was the client in the murder of Kendobian embassy staff member. Dead man. Sean.
You ordered a hit job.
You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Bad. I had Dead Man killed because he was about to give away into the smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such an assassination?
It can't be you. You're...
That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring.
How could this?
You don't mean... You're working with Manny Cochin too, do you?
Maybe not. I guess we'll never know.
The Yatagarasu claims to be noble, but you're just as a cold-blooded murderer!
That's right, little girl. The Yatagarasu is just another killer.
Be quiet. You...
Yatagarasu! You can run from the law, but you'll never escape it! So just humbly accept the judgment of this court!
Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know the Yatagarasu has 3 legs? Do you know why that is?
Because it has a giant cog?
No.
Well, let me tell you.
It means that the Yatagarasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work.
Oh shit! She's packing heat!
It's a Derringer.
Oh god.
How are
Oh!
you shooting 3... My love, how are you shooting 3 people easily enough that one of them won't be able to go get someone?
Yeah, I mean, that would be a bit of a tricky
Shoot the two men in the situation. Charge the 13-year-old and snap her neck.
Alright, here's what you gotta do. Yeah, shoot Edgeworth first, block Francisca's way of getting out, shoot her, and then be sure to chase down Detective Bad first, and then shoot him
I
in the
would
back.
do
No,
Bad. No. I would
Shoot people in order of capability in combat. You shoot Detective Bad because he's a full-grown adult and has been a detective for a while and probably has a gun on him. You then shoot Edgeworth because he's close to being adult age and clearly works out enough to have a build like that. Then you go over and you strangle or snap the neck of Francisca.
Yeah, snap the neck, trick shot, backflip over the bench, and get out of the court before anyone's the wiser.
Alternatively, use the knife.
Use the knife. Yeah, use the knife. Slit the judge's neck on the way out, and he won't even know what's going on. Hey, what the heck is going on? It's fucking. Yeah. Right,
And create a time paradox.
damn right.
You really aren't too naive at Edgeworth. You even handed the Yatagarasu key right to me without a second thought. Everything may not have not gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I wish I was in an elevator right now. At least things will be familiar. You mean the key was your real target?
And even after I gave you great advice, didn't I tell you, always keep a good eye on a criminal? Or may you regret comes to your negligence.
You two, get down!
My body. I can't move. Oh god, trauma, gun.
Hey, mister! To your right!
Right! I like that word! Oh god!
You!
Run.
Get her ass!
Why did the child follow?
Fucking kid's like, I'm gonna kick her ass!
I'm gonna help! This bitch! She killed my dad!
Oh, well, Francisca, that was
Kay! Stop going for the eyes!
just fucking boxing fucking Callisto. We're fucking stanced up. Well, Francisca, that is what we call a traumatic experience. I see you're new to this thing. So first there's gonna be a bit of shaking and denial of what happened, and then kind of a slowly set in kind of state of numbness where you're like, oh shit, that really did happen. I am a mortal human being. I could have died. And also, you're very young. That's gonna have a lot of trauma added to that too. I'm a bit familiar with this kind of thing, so you know it's.
I may develop antisocial personality disorder.
You might develop a few mental disorders from this thing. It's perfectly natural, by the way. And you know, unless you find some gay lover in the future, highly doubt it. You're very mean. You know, I don't think you'll be resolving this with anything. Oh, right, yeah, I'm your brother. I probably should be a bit more loving, shouldn't I? Are you alright, Francisca? I'm perfectly fine, Miles. The voice is shaking.
Shot?
No, apparently not. The voice is shaking, but it looks like she's unharmed. Wait, where did Kay go? Hang on, wait a minute. Kay? What? That's a gunshot! Oh, shit! Oh, God. Oh, God.
It's gonna be bad. Or you. Because we know Kay is alive.
That's true. Oh, thank God everyone's alive.
Kay didn't come with them.
But it looks like she got away.
Oh, she take Kay with her?
I called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon.
Detective Bad. Are you alright? I heard a gunshot. You alright, man?
I'm okay. Just got another hole in my jacket.
Damn, dude. Man, the big man loves you, huh? They say he's fine, but he looks quite shaken.
But more importantly, Mr. Edgeworth, Miss Von Karma, are you two hurt?
I'm absolutely fine. I'm also alright, thanks to Kay.
Speaking of Kay, where is she?
I thought she followed you, huh? I don't know, she just sort of disappeared. Oh god. Oh boy, we have a missing child. Great.
I'll go look for her.
Why is he checking himself out in a mirror?
His eyes in the back of his head.
Right.
Oh, and hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir! Detective Bad, sir!
I'm sorry I doubted you.
Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault. Well, I lied to you guys too, after all.
I heard about what happened from Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, you were protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you just might have what it takes to be a real detective. Lying to civilians.
Really?
Now don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay?
You got it, Pops! Pops? Watched one too many detective dramas recently, have we? Way to single-handedly destroy the cherry atmosphere with one snarky comment.
Ah!
Ah!
I should get back to the investigation. I swear, I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do. That's not a death flag.
Be careful, Detective Bad. We haven't seen you in many of the future cases yet. Please, and take care.
Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again someday.
Oh, don't fucking say that. That's just jinxing yourself.
Oh, Your Honor, hi. You're still here.
Yeah, I am. What the fuck happened? Thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best! You really did find out the truth behind everything!
Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison.
I'm kinda just... Wow. I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe. I'm sorry. I was no problem, really. I mean, I lied too, so I didn't help anything. It's really not your fault, Your Honor. But even if he didn't have his honest testimony, I think that lawyer would have found another way to get convicted on her behalf. Yeah, I can't believe I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective. Well, so long as you're not fired, you should work hard, give all you have, and perform your duties well, and you may or may not have a good wage on top of that.
And give me the autopsy reports first, and not the defense attorney.
Yes, all the autopsy reports are going through me. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me. She did? Ooh, what is it? What was it that Kay left for me? The proof of their friendship? The promise notebook? Or was it the cinnamon roll? Give me a second, hang on. It's a Swiss roll. Swiss roll! It's a courthouse special Swiss roll! Can I really have it? Yes, the present meant for you after all. Thanks a bunch! You have no idea how happy that makes me, pal! I'm gonna eat this right now! Sure, go ahead. Swiss rolls Detective Gumshoe and Kay brought together. While 1K saved never reached her father. It would appear that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective. He's so happy it shows he's having a welcome back celebration of his own. Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him. What? That was good, pal! I can't believe I got to eat 2 of these delicious things in one day! It's like I'm in Swiss roll paradise or something. I gotta thank Kay myself. Hey, wait, where is she? Oh! Well, I mean, she may or may not have run after the murderer. just now? Was his mind not present when we discussed it earlier? Detective Bad left to go search for her earlier. Maybe we should go with him. Oh yeah, you betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help him. Oh, but first, you know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? I'm gonna stick right by your side from now on, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. We're gonna be best friends! No, none of that. None of that. Don't use that F word with me. I sense nothing but a most troublesome relationship from that ominous statement. We should go home 2 miles. We have to hurry and report what's happened to Papa. Agreed. I'm afraid you must be going now, Detective. Roger, sir. And don't worry, I'll investigate the next case we're on real well. Yeah, I swear to God. The next case I get as prosecutor, nothing weird or tragic better not happen. I want a real good trial where nothing bad happens in it. I'm going to see it through to the end. We're going to get a verdict, and I will not witness something that will traumatize me for years to come. No, it will not. Nothing like that. No. I'll be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. And for God's sake, the defense attorney better not be a woman, or I'm really going to be pissed. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at court came to a disturbing end. For the first time. The second time you can see in Trials and Tribulations, in case you guys weren't getting the joke. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But the detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe. After that, he became my direct subordinate. I've tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me. But I suppose it's just how things are.
So I pay him back by constantly cutting down his salary.
I'll cut down his wage. He'll not be able to afford a penny to his name when I'm done with him.
We constantly break labor laws exclusively for Gumshoe.
Damn right we do.
We give all of the janitors that clean up the police precinct wages.
The guy who gave me Grubhub the other day gets paid more than Gumshoe does.
In fact, I tip the Grubhub guy with all of the money I cut from Gumshoe's paycheck.
As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now my daughter. Oh wow, we're back here again. And look, the blue badge is back there. Hi, buddy! Yes, hi.
Ren.
Sorry. So, now do you remember?
My God, that case lasted a long time, didn't it? Oh, my brain had to play the entire thing from beginning to end, and I realized just how long it was comparatively to the other cases we've done in the past few days. But yes, I remember everything. Kay, it's been a while. How are you? Kay, you sure grew up a lot.
Of course, but thank goodness. I thought you two had totally forgotten about me.
You know, I was really worried about you after all that. Where have you been all this time?
Gummy, I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. They lived far away, so I wasn't able to come back here out of all that much.
Oh, is that what happened? Well, I'm just glad you're all right. Oh, wow, you actually have relatives you can live with. Okay, so I don't have to have a 5th daughter. That's wonderful.
No,
Great.
no, yes you do.
No, I don't. No, I think we have enough. I think Wright has accumulated enough daughters. I think we don't need number 5. I really don't. You just mosey on along and go back to your extended family or whatever and, live out your life.
No, I'm going. You have to.
Why me? Why me? Can I have a son?
Girl dad. Because you're a girl dad.
I just want a son. Can I just have one?
You're
one boy?
Girl dad.
God damn it.
Is there any boy that, people... Is there?
Well,
no,
there is one coming up in the next game, but we'll get to him.
Mm-hmm. So, does it make sense now?
You betcha it does.
Oh! You know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently, and...
Hold it! God, trips to Disney World are gonna cost me so much. Actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay. Huh? First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagarasu? The Yatagarasu is Callisto Yu, the woman who killed your Why would you do that? Why would you take that from... I mean, I guess you could take it from spite, but, like, why? I don't get
She's
it.
gonna say, no, you're wrong. The Yatagarasu was my father.
I'm fucking done. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm going away. Goodbye. Goodbye. Explain immediately. Mr. Faraday was the Yatagarasu?
Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently, and I found a secret diary hidden among his bookshelf books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure.
But that's impossible!
What's that look? You don't believe me?
It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now.
All right, then. How do you explain this?
I don't know.
It's a way of...
Oh, that's me. It's a way of storming any security system of the user's... I mean... I don't know. Maybe he was a big fan of Star Wars. You don't know that. Maybe he liked Star Wars, Kay. He just like really cool hologram shit. It doesn't prove anything.
Yep, that's Little Thief. Truth be told, this was the Yatagarasu's greatest secret. And this little gizmo was used by my father.
Wow! Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor, he was really a great thief, huh?
Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth. But he was killed, and the Yatagarasu was no more. But despite that, the Yatagarasu has been spotted again recently.
Someone other than you?
Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article.
The Yatagarasu sent the embassy a calling card.
Yeah, meaning the person's a fake. I'm certain. That's Callisto Yu's lady behind this. Because the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a gaudy card out.
But the Yatagarasu did send a white card along with anything to be publicized. That's what Dad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves.
Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up and I knew I couldn't just let it go. So I searched you out, so I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu.
Well, it's good to see you. A lot has changed in my life. I'm happily married, for one. My father is a dick. I found out he killed my actual dad. Something spirit medium, something gay lawyer, something mad on God. There's a lot you have to catch up on, Kay. There's a lot of playlists I'll have to show you.
Because if anyone can help me find it, I figured it's you, Edgeworth.
So you're saying that I have your father's and misused identities backwards?
Yes, the real Yatagarasu is the noble to the end. And I want to relieve the real noble Yatagarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace.
Kay, You're so honorable. My God, that's so sweet. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal. Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. My God, Edgeworth, come on, read the room, man.
I mean, still a criminal. I mean, actually, I'm gonna adjust my glasses. You're still a criminal, which, you know, I'm prosecutor, so...
If you're plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, dude, come on, man, don't be a dick. You guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now? I can't pick between two sides. Do I do Kay? Do I do the Kay route or do I do the Edgeworth route? I can't. I don't. This is not Undertale. I can't make choices. I can't do that.
Mr. Edgeworth? What I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the arrest of that evil woman.
That evil woman? You mean Callisto you? You know, the woman that, you know, Shiv, daddy dead.
Stab. I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, that maybe... Please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you help me?
Oh, don't look at me like that. Don't give me the puppy dog eyes. God damn it. Oh, come to think of it, I believe... I do believe I owe you. You kind of did,
Huh? Owe me for what?
When Miss Yu made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I'm not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid.
And Edgeworth always pays his debts.
Then you mean...
Fine. I'll get the adoption papers, Kay. You win. You win!
Yay!
You win! Alright, I can't
Then
fucking
you
win!
mean...
I can't fight it anymore. I am a magnet for orphan girls, I guess. Yes. That case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day, among others. Like, don't ask about the DL6 or SL9, we'll be here all day. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all! If you don't intend to soil your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you. Just don't do anything illegal. I know I'm a lawyer, but I'm not the defense attorney. That would be your other dad. So, don't make our jobs harder, Kay. Alright?
Mr. Edgeworth, thank you!
You're welcome.
Yay, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Is that great, Kay? We get to be a big old happy family. I can be Uncle Gumshoe, and we can go to Disney World, and we go out to eat, and Edgeworth will pay for all of it.
Okay, hold on. No, objection, Your Honor.
We have food at home, Gumshoe.
You said, Your Honor, he just
It is...
flies in like an ICBM.
Just flies in. Overruled! I think I'd be fun with this family, too. I'd be the grandpa. God damn it, Your Honor!
Yeah,
Nobody
it
even
sure is,
questions.
Grummy.
No, nobody even questions it. It's just completely normal. That's how he gets to work every day. It just flies in like an ICBM.
Even though he had completely forgotten about her until just now. What is with that?
He actually lives in Germany with the rest of Francisca's extended family. But because he flies so fast, he could be there. He could be to work in time.
Yeah, by the way, full transparency, I refuse. You are not allowed to call Francisca your aunt. I don't want her to be a part of this. The last thing I need is for Von Karma to try and compete with me of being a fucking family member. She makes everything a competition, Kay. Everything. I'm not going to allow that. So just call her Miss Von Karma Francisca or something completely and totally non-familial. The Great Thief Yatagarasu. After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Burn Faraday, Callisto you, and Kay Faraday. What the hell is that word?
Phantasmagorically.
Phantasmagorically, wow, add that to the word of the day, kids. Changing identity of the Great Thief Yatagarasu. God damn it. Roll that back. And the Yatagarasu's real goal, it would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay. Is it the end? It's the end. The end.